I'm Amy Weiss. Welcome to AARA's conversation with Vanessa Siddle Walker, Samuel Candler Dobbs Professor of Educational Studies at Emory University and this year's AARA Brown Lecturer. Professor, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Tell us your story and how it intersects with the work that you've done over the years.
I grew up going to segregated schools, at least for half of my schooling, and I'm the child that they wanted to save. I'm the one who got to go to UNC Chapel Hill as an undergraduate institution that would previously have been denied to me. And I'm the person who wound up with a doctorate from Harvard. I didn't know there was anything powerful about what I'd lived. It honestly was not until I had graduated. I was a brand new professor at the University of Pennsylvania, and I was visiting back in that community and listening to people talk about this school that I vaguely remembered as a little kid and saying how good it was. People had such wonderful memories of the place, even though the facilities and resources were not what they should have been given. And thus, I set out to try to figure out what was so good about the schools. What was the hidden private story of Black educators and their advocacy to make sure a little girl like me could have the opportunities to go wherever my heart could dream.
Professor, talk to me a little bit about the information you uncovered at the National Archives for this project.
If we look at the documents and the archival collections that we're familiar with, we tend not to find the story of educators because the stories of educators are not captured in those collections. And all we see is people talking about how badly the educators are behaving. But the real story of what Black educators were doing is captured in their organizational histories.
What would you tell the next generation of students and scholars about the importance of educational research?
We need it. There's a difference between being a researcher who does education, who focuses on education, and being an educational researcher. I think educational researchers have the capacity to hear teachers, to hear principals, to hear school participants, to listen to children, to talk to parents, and hear the question they're not asking. And then flip that into a research question and ask the question that we need answers to. And so for those who are just entering into educational research, I say bravo, we need you. We need you a lot, and we need you to go into it with integrity. We need you to take time, and we need you to do excellent work because there are lots of children dependent upon us.
Great. Thank you so much for being with us, Professor Siddle Walker.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here.
Thank you.